Hello, good morning, friends. What am I doing today? That's a good question. So this morning I'm working on some live streaming tools. Most of this is just around like tools to do the social media part of the live streaming because it takes time and I'm lazy. And I also give a lot of talks, so I want to see if I can use the same tools to help that as well. I also have cereal because it's 9 a.m. And then 8 a.m. call, which I showed up to 30 minutes late. But thankfully the call wasn't over. Or at least I think thankfully. I don't know. Cross time zone calls are really rough for me. Because I like sleeping way too much. But that's okay. We're going to get this party started. And with that, I'm going to do my intro deck as an intro deck for a change. I'm just going to bring up the comments here for YouTube and Twitch really quickly so that I can have that. I'm so tired. Okay. Live streaming tools. Okay. Yay! Okay. So, Holden and Boo's super fun live stream. This is Boo. She's my stuffed animal. She travels with me pretty much always. I'm at home today though, so it's nice we don't have to go anywhere. Besides underneath my bed. We're going to work on some live streaming tools. I'm Holden. My preferred pronouns are she or her, and I'm a developer advocate at Google. This is good or something. I don't know. They pay me money. I work on open source software and I talk to people about it. It's a lot of fun. I like my job. I'm trans, queer, Canadian, and part of the leather community. Not directly relevant to any of the software I write, but I think it's useful and important to try and have more diverse communities so that we don't just build the same shit again faster. We actually build something useful and new for people. I'm going to try and find what the hell is this thing called. Okay. Sorry, I'm normally a little bit more organized, not a lot, just a little. And it's just that because I had that 8:30 thing that ended right before I didn't have any time to do my morning prep. Cool. Cool. There we go. Yay. Sorry about that slow start. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump over into the repo. Okay, you can see that I work on a lot of different projects. That's the joys of my life, also the downside. But personally for me, I do a lot better when I'm doing a bunch of different things. Helps because I don't like taking my ADD drugs to have 25 different things to do. So this is the repo that we're going to be working from today. I'm going to clone it to this machine because I don't think I've worked on it on this machine. I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like I haven't. I'm actually going to have to move Boo out of the way. She's just a little bit in the way. And let's take a look at it. So I thought there was a requirements.txt. It looks like there isn't. I've been doing most of the dev work on this project on this laptop. So to sort of simplify things a little bit, I'm going to pip freeze my environment, check it in, and then pull it over to this machine. Oh, and one of the things which this thing is supposed to do, but it's not running on this machine yet, is update the sort of little bar about what we're working on. So, because I always forget to, not always, often forget to do that right away. So, I'll just do it manually, but hopefully we'll get the script updated and it'll start doing it automatically with a cron job. This would work better if my laptop wasn't frozen. Okay, cool. Cool. So we're going to add the requirements.txt. And that should be good. So now I can go ahead and do a git pull. Oh, I didn't do a git push from my other machine. Okay, cool. Now I've got a requirements.txt, so I can actually set up my environment. It's not a great place to put my virtual environment, but I'm lazy and it means I can find it. Bin activate. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to install the requirements.txt right now. Oh, huh. Interesting. We have a bunch of warnings. One of the things which is coming up is buffer app and requests. And buffer app, I love buffer. It's a really cool tool. Their Python library is annoyingly stuck in Python 2 world, which is why we're doing this in a Python 2 virtual env. And it has some old libraries. And they're pinned. Turns out, for the most part, they don't actually depend on that exact version of requests. But we should be aware that we might run into some issues with it. So, with that, let's try running it. Okay, cool. So, first thing here is I don't have my client secrets file on this machine, but that error message is pretty much, it's not useless, but it's not very good. So if anyone else wanted to use this software, that would be kind of rough. So let's go ahead and find client secrets file. Interesting. Do we actually use this client? We do. On the other places, we just also do a sort of default thing here. So we'll do that as well. G client secrets file and user. And this will just look for it in their home directory. Let's add a comment about that though. Look for the auth and client secrets file. Let's write a function though that does this with a useful error message. So let's Python check if file exists. Okay, or OS path is file. So if not OS path, could not find client secrets file, either place in default location or set okay, yeah, multi-line strings, or set Google client secret to path. And we'll just do a similar error message here. I mean, not great, but hopefully, you know, if anyone else ever wanted to use this, or more accurately, if I wanted to use this on a second computer, this will give me a more useful error message. Looks like it doesn't, though. Where is it failing? Client secrets file. Okay, so it's not exiting. We should probably exit. I think it's just sys.exit -1. Cool. Now we run it. It says, hey, what's up? I don't know where your Google client secret is. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Dismiss. Let us know when we don't have the config necessary present. Okay. Weirdly enough, does Google client secret? Google. Interesting. Interesting. So we don't want to exit. Well, we do. So it could run without the client secret because the client secret is only used in the auth flow. That being said, you know, okay, so we'll not do a hard exit here. We're gonna go and look for client secret file. We're gonna put this here because we don't necessarily need it. We do need it if we're going down required to auth new flow. So that's more accurate, I think. Okay, and I'm gonna update the default here to match, well, whatever. What's my host? What's my IP address here? Okay. And I'm just gonna store this client secret file where I want it to be stored. G client secrets file. Okay. And these are used to authenticate with the Google services, and this connects to YouTube and my calendar. And that's used to find both live stream events and the talks that I have upcoming. So let's run this. Warnings are warnings. Missing ARG access token. Okay, cool. So that's What's happened now is it's fetching YouTube events, fetches events, and then it goes to try and upload my buffer, which is the thing that I use to manage my social media, because I seriously never thought I'd be the kind of person that says those words, but I use Twitter, LinkedIn, and G+. And so for things like when I have live streams, I want the update to go to all three of those. And so let's go ahead and figure out where this is. This is my own code, but it's a good example of just how painful it can be to try and remember stuff. Okay, so it's going to be over here. We're just going to go switch into one we don't need. Case on net code up, distracting me. So what happens if okay, Python os.getenv dne. Does it give me a none or a string? Okay, import os. A is none? Yeah, okay. So what we'll do here is if buffer client ID is none, actually here, buffer m, we'll go required, and buffer underscore code. Okay. Def check env is set, env name, os.getenv. If os.getenv is none, logger.error. Okay, so we'll just check these and hopefully give people buffer envs more useful error messages. Let's run that. Okay, didn't work. Os get env is none. That is what it is. You must. Oh, nah. I don't actually want map per se because I want to force the eval. Env in required buffer envs. Sorry, I come from Scala and it's common to do it that way, even though it's not great. Okay. Missing, like, wait, where? Oh, what? Where is this coming from? This is coming from memo-wise, line 136, missing. Oh, this is actually a bit.ly error. We should move this. Into our main function. Okay, no, we'll keep No, keep that. That makes more sense, because I also have bit.ly things that are apparently needed. So before we go on our magical adventure, let's check that our required M's are set. The two which we checked manually in the other place aren't, strictly speaking, required, because if you have your auth thing set, you only need one of the two of them. So we won't do it here, but, sorry, Control-X3. Let's go find our bit.ly code. Okay, so this looks for bit.ly token. Bit.ly _ token. Cool. Yeah, except now it's 4env in required M's. Check env is set. Ah. Oops. Format string. There we go. Okay. Move check for Google client secret to only be when we do new auth, since it isn't always required, and check for more, and check for always required M's earlier. Okay, cool. So with that, there's some things in my bash RC, apparently, probably on this machine, on my laptop, that I'm going to copy over really quickly. And I'm not going to do that from this machine, SSHing to the other machine. I'm going to do it from my laptop just because I don't want to have to change all of my credentials. Okay. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. So, source bash rc. Oh, it deactivated my environment. Interesting. Bin activate. And cool. Oh, okay, yeah. And so the other thing which I've been working on, which is not yet done, is syncing my talks. And for that, I was going to put the talk data in a separate repo than the source code. And so it's called like talk-info. It's super early. Oh, okay. So I'm going to add the initial event to this, so that when I essentially have like one test event inside this repo. So we'll go ahead and we'll clone the talk info repo down to this machine, go back into live streaming tools, and we'll run this. Cool. Looks like it didn't do anything. And that's because for now, copy today's events is turned off. And I don't remember why. Oh, I remember why now. Because the part that I was working on most recently was, like, it's event, talk info. There we go. Is the part where it tries to sort of put together these talks. And it's not perfect, but we can see here I have this talk that I did at JupyterCon We don't have the video link, but we do have a slide link and some other stuff. That's, I think, so that's specified in the YAML file here. The other one which it pulls down, which isn't specified in that YAML file, it's pulling from my calendar. And it's not fully there, but we can see it has a talk link. It doesn't have an event link. We should fix that. Or a location. Weird. I'm like 80% sure that thing had a location associated with it. And so yeah, so there's this to-do comment, which is deduplicate and merge events, which is like pretty much to do everything hard. Or not everything hard, but to do a lot of the hard stuff. So what do we want to do here? Okay, and yeah, so there's this format event post, which will generate an event post. I'm kind of lazy. And yeah, I mean, for now, I guess we don't actually, well, for now we probably do want to deduplicate it because we're going to copy this thing over. So I think what I'll just say is, if the date, if the talk link is the same, they're the same event, and then we can merge them. But I mean, do we have to do that part? I don't know. I am giving a talk next week. I kind of want to put it on my calendar and see how it goes. I could put it in the YAML, but the calendar is maybe more useful as well because then I also have it as a calendar event. This maps pre-annotated events. What does pre-annotate events do? Okay, so there's load events, which gets events from the calendar, and then it extends it with get file events. Let's go take a look at get cal events. That's the ticket. So if the location is not set, grab the location from the event. Let's run that again. That was just wired in backwards. Okay, cool. Let's print event. That gives me a calendar event, which is all well and good. Calendar ID. There is some location information in here, right? Okay, yeah, location. Why is it? Huh. Oh, interesting. Should probably make this stuff a little clearer. We'll call this cal event. Because maybe, yeah. Okay, cool. So let's reload this one. Yeah. Okay. And so here, Open Source Summit, location is Vancouver, BC, Canada. And the other event, which I have in here, is just null. Has a title. Doesn't have anything else. I mean, it has a title and a date. Really, that's useful, but it's not enough. It might make sense to require that events in that calendar to get synced over have a talk link. Well, we're keying it by event name. So let's do BroderCon NY 2018. Okay. Let's, in our YAML dump back out version, we're going to key it by let's go ahead, move this down, move this down. Although, actually, that's fine. Interesting. Well, yeah, we could just require that everything has an event name and an event title to be valid. Which seems pretty reasonable. Filter out events without minimal required keys. And so we might change required keys is equal to event name, event talk title, there's not always a link, though, is the problem. So because for example, when I do a book signing at O'Reilly, that's still a thing that I probably want to put there, but I don't necessarily have a link for it. So let's just do those two as required keys. This inside of here. Yeah. Python check condition for all elements in list. Yeah. Okay. Cool. There's, yeah, so all key in event for key in required keys is valid events, and so then Well, looks like I did a bad job on that. Let's go ahead. For now, let's just require event name. That's weird. So it looks like it's at a point where it's not having a super happy fun time authenticating. So I'm gonna skip those two just for now. Fuck, we actually do need the CalService for this. Okay. I guess we do need that. Okay. Alright. So yeah. So there always should be an event name. Valid event. I'm gonna, if not valid event, logger.debug, removed event. As, you know, if I'm gonna kick things out, I should log them. Okay, so it's not talk_title. It's just title. So that's good, I think. Does that look right? Title. Yeah. And event key is now none. There we go. Cool. So we can see it kicks out the one event which doesn't have an event name associated with it. Which is fine. We could go ahead and fix that, though. I'm gonna bring that up in my calendar, and we can go ahead and fix this. It's gonna be that should be Strata, New York. So this is the event. So we're going to give it event name, strata ny, event. We'll give it a talk link as well while we're here. Talk link. Golden, Caro, Strata, NY 2018. Okay. Talk link. There we go. Actually, let's see. Strata, NY 2018, book signing. Let's see if there's a book signing schedule yet. No. But that's okay. That's okay. So let's hit save. I know I have a book signing. I just don't know when. I'll figure it out and I'll put it on my calendar. But now we'll rerun it. And okay. One of the other things here, though, is the time zone information that we're getting back. So if we go up here, it gives us the time zone here. And it would probably be not bad to have the actual time zone information in our events. Although I guess really we know that it's -7 anyways, so wait, is the only one here JupyterCon now? But none of the other ones got filtered out. I'm so confused. Oh no, JupyterCon, OSS Summit, and Strata NY. Okay, cool. They just have a different order now. That makes sense. Okay, cool. So that's useful. We've got the events as a YAML file. So let's filter out of fix location extraction from gcal, handle, what is it, filter out events without required info, etc. Okay. And so what we'll do is we'll say, okay, so then there's the part where we want to merge the events. So normally we might like sort them. Let's see if Python merge events, merge entries. Not quite what I want. I mean, yeah. We could do the merging today. We don't have to. What time is it? It's 9:47. We're gonna leave this to do as a to do. There's this thing here to format events, which is all well and good, but I don't think we're going to finish that either. I want to get done for 10 a.m. today. So I'm going to re-enable this part, and it'll hopefully go ahead and run some stuff. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Line 157. Let's go find that. Doesn't have now. Or events. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so essentially the problem here is, like, for example, the introducing Kubeflow one, we have a date, but we don't have the time. Okay. So we'll go ahead, we'll swap this for date, but I want to change the logic downstream. So we can see it says like, hey friends, come join me. If we know it. So, if start in event and event start is not none, so it says we always have a time. We often have a time. Always have a date. Format date func event date. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna go up here. Format time func, format date func, and that's just going to allow us to have handle events with or without time. Format date. Okay, format future. Okay. Actually, let's just make it a single function, and we'll just add a parameter whether or not we have a time. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. If not has time, return. I mean, I guess strictly, but since we do a return anyways, it doesn't matter. But if not has time, return today. Hey, my wife is coming to join us. Yay!
Hi.
Hi.
I'm gonna drink my coffee and then leave.
Oh, are you going to work today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof. No. Gonna snuggle boo.
You're not allowed to steal my stuffed animals midstream.
I'm just gonna snuggle her a little.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, she wants you now.
Do you want to... We might be able to do lunch today. I don't know.
Ooh, that would be nice.
I gotta... Let me check a thing really quickly. Sorry, everyone. There's only like 2 people watching this, so we're good. Yeah, I've got an... I have like a 1 hour at 11. And then I've got a 2 o'clock downtown. But if you would want to go to Google for lunch, we could go swing by my office and I could grab all of my packages.
When would that be?
Probably like noon. I could come pick you up, drive you downtown.
Okay. Yeah.
And I could circle back here. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this code, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Not that I'm just...
You don't have to pay for lunch.
Right. I mean, if I'm gonna go to the office, someone might as well pay. But my money... Oh, interesting. So we can't compare a date-time date and a date-time. We can't compare a date-time date and a date-time date-time. So let's go...
It's a daytime, daytime. Oh, I got Scoo a year ago.
Oh, my wife got her scooter a year ago. It was a very late birthday present. Okay. If event start. Event start is not none. We always have a date. We might not know what time we're speaking, like at DDTX. That's just, there's some conferences where the exact time is a lot more fluid, and so putting it on the calendar would just result in incorrect information, and so we just don't want to record that. And then there's other ones where I'm just lazy and I don't bother to figure out what time I'm speaking at, because if I know what day I'm speaking, that's pretty good as far as Holdens go, right?
And then there's the one where you're like, I have to be the last talk because I'm getting in 3 hours before.
Oh yeah, there's those ones too where it's just like, hey, my flight's delayed. I'm like 80% sure I'll be at your conference. I'm sorry. But that's okay. Cool. So, this being said, it's giving us an error because I'm not speaking at any events in the next 5 days.
Don't you have a meetup in San Diego?
No,
that
no.
fell through.
The San Diego meetup fell through. I'm gonna go talk to that professor person.
Okay.
I think it'll still be useful, but yeah, it'll hopefully also be a little bit less stress.
It's more time to see pandas and scooters.
Yeah, but that being said, I'm still gonna tweet this because I think it's funny and there's like no one watching. Oh, except it doesn't know my password. Maybe this one. Hashtag edge case. Okay, cool. That being said, if possible, event post is not none. Okay. Oh wait, is it saying possible? Wait, I'm confused. Line 391, am I on the right line? I am. Okay. Yay, software. we're going to turn these both into lists optimistically, because it's not actually there. I hate software, is the long and the short of it. Okay, yeah, so it's not actually that, I don't think. Yeah, so it's actually here.
Do you want a fluky dress for this weekend?
Yeah. Damn it. Well, okay, that's not actually what it is. Its none type is not iterable. Okay, def format future. So iter tool training is amazing, except when it isn't. Format time func. So what we're gonna do instead, have time. Do. Wait, no, we need to keep that. Okay. Wait, do we? Oh, yeah, okay. Event. Oh. I don't like how this code structure is working out. And my butt hurts. Literally. Little Boo needs more snuggles from her other mom.
Well, it's 9:30 tomorrow for sparkle dresses arriving.
Okay. Assuming I'm not fired by 9:30 tomorrow, I'll be here.
Cool.
Let me check.
Well, if you're fired by 9:30 tomorrow, where are you going to be?
Applying for jobs.
Would you be here?
It's a good point. Well, I don't know. I suspect I could line up a job interview by 9:30 a.m. tomorrow.
You can't say this on stream.
What? I think I could. I mean, I want to be clear. I like my job, and I hope I'm not fired. And I don't have any particular signs that indicate that. But okay. One of the joys of being Holden, or really, I think for a lot of people in tech, is you get that feeling, perhaps occasionally from time to time, where you're just like, wow, I am faking everything. Like right now, I'm trying to do something relatively simple, and it's just like, oh, I don't like how this looks, and it's making me sad. And I won't actually get fired for this, but you know, there's that small little voice inside your head, which is like, you're a complete failure.
Oh, well, I have that all the time.
Yeah, we all do.
When it never goes away, you learn to ignore it, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos then.
Well, so for some of us, we just always keep a resume up to date. Everyone has different coping strategies. It's perhaps a different way of phrasing this.
My coping strategy is just like, yeah, no. Sorry, I shouldn't say that on stream.
No, it's fine. Actually, I'm just going to make this format date func, just put all of the logic inside of it, and just give it an event. Okay, yeah.
I've got the other big Hello Kitty out for San Diego.
Oh, cool. That's a good plan. Yeah, and we're not going to pass in has time. So, I mean, this isn't great, but then, you know, Okay. Why does she want to go on an adventure too?
No.
Okay. She can totally come to New York.
No, my work.
Oh, your work. This is you trying to steal Boo for the day.
Only until not.
I don't know how I feel about that.
She thinks there's things to pee on.
It probably is.
But she doesn't get to pee on those things. And
Oh.
she gets to pee on your work.
It's okay. You can...
But she wants to get out of the house.
So this error message that we get is pretty much not completely useless, but it's pretty close, right? Copy today's events, error, none type object is not iterable. Unless events is empty? I'm pretty sure that's not true, but let's print out events right above that. Because if that is, that would make sense too. Actually, yeah, that would make sense too. Because I don't have... Actually, and then it is the error that I have no events in the next 5 days. Okay, cool. But let's make sure that my assumption is correct. Events are... Nope. We definitely do have events. That being said... Yeah. Okay. So none type is not iterable. P89. That's really not great. So I have these events. Format event post. Oh, is it my return type here is garbage? I could see that too. Ah. Could be that. In Scala, none is actually iterable. It's an empty list. So I can do some and none, and I can do a flat map on it, which is why I frequently fuck this up in Python and then get really confused / mildly upset. Okay. Don't know why I called this have time instead of has time. Except instead of event time, it's actually event start. So close for values of close, which are not really all that close. Can't. Okay, line 274. If is not none and event Okay, yeah. If event start is not none, or event date is greater than now.date. Cool, we're getting there. Line 252 inside of format post. It's format past. That's event, not events. Line 396. Fuck. I want to print the post that we're getting back. Let's do that. Oh yeah, I think it's with the slides, we don't really care what time it's coming back at. So if post 2 is none, return true. We don't have a time to schedule. Always a good time. Cool. I misspelled the word debug. And yeah. Cool. It probably just scheduled a bunch of posts. And we can take a look at that over here. So we can see here it's scheduled a post for tomorrow morning at 8:20 a.m. to come join me for the Airflow PRs. It's also posted already that people should come join me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific for my posts, for my Airflow PRs. Doesn't look like the SlideShare one went through, which is sad. So it says skipping update. Why is it skipping update? Let's go find the part where it prints out the word skipping update. Due to, let's format that and try and figure out why it's skipping that update. If post 1 is so we'll switch this into an elif. If post 1 is none, then we'll make a new update. And we won't give it a specific time to post at. Skipping update due to no JSON object could be decoded. Skipping update. I'm not super sure. That exception doesn't make sense. Due to, let's make this so skipping updates slides from due to updates. That exception just makes no sense. I'm wondering if it actually has queued the events. It did queue it. It's just getting an exception back. And that's confusing. Oh, this no JSON object could be decoded. I think I know that one. It's not great because this should be getting filtered out already because it's queued to be posted. But it's, we're running out of time, and it's done what I want. Let's go. Logger.debug all updates partial text logger.debug mini clean text post 0. Okay. Google Plus. Let's go just focus on Twitter for now. Interestingly enough, it looks like it's not shortening that link, which I think I want it to do. Is this link just too long? No. Twitter will probably shorten it for me. Okay. So slides for what things are correlated with gender diversity.
Let me know about lunch.
Yep, I'll message you.
Hello.
Snuggle, I love you. Why is this not matching? Is it the fucking... If it's Unicode versus strings, I'm gonna be sad again. Now this looks like the same fucking string. Let's just double check because I don't trust my eyesight. Yeah, those are equal. Extract mini clean text. Okay. Let's run this again. It gets removed just fine anyways. All updates partial text is map. So, I mean, fundamentally, I get the behavior that I want regardless. I just don't super like it. Because it should be getting handled at a different stage. But it's also not the end of the world because it's getting handled regardless. Skipping update no JSON object. So the skipping update no JSON object could be decoded as just from the buffer app. It doesn't do a great job of saying you have a duplicate message queued. Oh, interesting. That's weird. But also, whatever. LinkedIn. We'll go to Twitter. I don't know why. This isn't working the way I thought it would. So all updates partial text is this set. It should be in there. Why is it not? Okay. Let's just fucking from sets import set, and then this one. Okay. In A, that is true. Unicode is also true. Preparing to update with new posts. So, what the fuck? I do not. Okay. Text. I don't. This is just in partial text, and then in special logger.debug post had 0 updates text in partial text in special return partial text or in special. I don't. This is just not making sense because when I evaluate this manually, let's, when we do our print, well, okay. So if we go up here, post head true, true, true. Preparing, I guess maybe just the brackets were off. Maybe preparing to update, join me on well, it's no longer doing the weird thing. And so I guess it was just something weird. Yeah. Some of these posts will get filtered out later for scheduling reasons. Okay, cool. I don't know. Maybe my ors were just in a weird order or something. I don't super get it. But that's fine. Where did I have my logging statements that I want to get rid of? Keep that. Okay, inside of already published. Don't need to print out every post that we're considering. There we go. Except fudge. The place where it's failing is inside of LinkedIn, and that's because of how that makes a lot more sense. The LinkedIn posts, it strips the URL and does something funky with it. And since we don't have a media object attached to it, that's just not going to work for the LinkedIn post. It's not perfect, I guess. We need to figure out a media thumbnail for LinkedIn. Okay. Or let's go find this part with the slides. Slides. Link. Video link. Okay. To do Holden figure out media links for past talks. With that being said, that's pretty much good. Okay, cool. Post links to slides from past talks as they become available. And what else? Oh yeah. And fix handling for events without a start time, and fix handling for weeks when I'm not giving a talk. Cool. So that's it. It's 10:30. I spent 30 more minutes on this than I really intended to. I hope you will join me tomorrow for some of my more possibly more interesting. I don't know actually what y'all are interested in. Feedback, of course, is always welcome. I'll be working on Apache Airflow PRs tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I have a weekly code review as well scheduled for Friday. So I hope to see you all around. Thanks for joining me as always. It's really great. Oh, it's a good question. Someone asked me on Twitter if I'm speaking at LinuxConf Australia. I don't think I am this year. Life is just too busy. But I actually don't know when their CFP is open, so I'll take a look at it. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I know there aren't a lot of questions, but hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow, and have a lovely rest of your week.